Right now on WJCL 22 Morning News at 6, South Carolina joins its neighbor in vaccination rollout. Starting today, all adults will be able to get a vaccine. Plus,
Day 2 of the trial of Derek Chauvin ends in a heated moment. I'm Micah Jacci reporting in Washington. Coming up, the impassioned testimony from a bystander.
And one Georgia State trooper says he was worried about another insurrection when he arrested a state lawmaker.
well, thanks so much for starting your day with WJCL 22 Morning News. I'm Ashley Garrett.
And I'm Chris Tatum. We are so glad you're joining us this morning. WJCL 22 Morning meteorologist Jonathan Myers. There he is. Jonathan, here to talk about that certified most accurate forecast as we now look into the Easter weekend.
Yeah, I've got that forecast and much cooler weather. It's going to be big changes, Chris, on the way over the next couple of days. But today, a warm one for us this afternoon. We'll be well up into the 80s later this afternoon. So starting out this morning, low 60s. One thing is impacting your commute this morning is some areas of dense fog up to about 9 o'clock. And then after that, we'll see a little sunshine. It'll take you through the afternoon. Really believe us that most of us will be dry at least up to 2, 3 o'clock. But after closer to sunset, we may see a few showers around, even for that drive home after work. I may see a shower or two, but the best timing to rain will come probably 7, 8 o'clock tonight. We'll see those showers and thunderstorms. Here's what's impacting your commute this morning. Areas of dense fog from Beaufort over to Ridgeland, Hampton, Sylvania, stretching to Statesboro. Look at that. Even visibility is around a quarter of a mile there in Jessup this morning, even over to Midway. Live radar showing all the showers off the coastal waters are well to our north of Atlanta near Tennessee. The areas that do not need more rain across Tennessee with that flooding that they've had last week. And now here's our forecast throughout the daytime today. Showers and thunderstorms. It'll be this evening from about 7 o'clock up to early tomorrow morning. We'll see showers and storms. Some of those storms this evening west of I-95 could be strong. I'm going to time that out for you in Futurecast and also talk about this big cool down coming. Look at that. Frost likely for inland areas on Saturday morning. I'll have those details for you in less than 10 minutes.
Jonathan, thank you. Starting today, everyone in South Carolina 16 and older can get the COVID-19 vaccine. WJCL's Daniel Robinson joins us live now with what else health officials want you to know. Daniel, good morning.
Ashley, good morning to you as well. Now that more South Carolinians can get that vaccine, Hilton Head regional healthcare leaders say that they are expecting to see a spike in people signing up for appointments. Now, I am standing outside of the Bluffton Buckwalter Recreation Center because healthcare leaders are hoping that this new vaccination clinic will allow more people in the area to get vaccinated.
We're starting to see that uptick more and more. So we're excited to be able to get more people in, vaccinate more people more quickly, and hopefully get our community through this disease.
Now, originally, people 16 and older were not expected to be able to get the vaccine until May, but the remaining planned phases by DHEC were skipped as more doses of the vaccine became available. Now, Hilton Head regional healthcare leaders say that right now they do have some appointments for people to get that Pfizer vaccine as early as April. But they say that if you're struggling to find an appointment, to keep checking back because they're open up more as more doses of the vaccine come in. Now, if you are interested in scheduling an appointment, one way you can do that is right here through the Hilton Head regional healthcare system. Now, you can fill out this COVID-19 vaccine request form. You just have to fill out some information, including your name, your email, as well as your date of birth. And after that, you'll get an email from the CDC's VAMS program within a day or two. And then you'll be able to look at different areas, including right here at this vaccination clinic, to schedule that appointment. But Ashley, of course, we do have more information on WJCL.com to help walk people through that process. Ashley?
Daniel, thank you so much. Another reminder this morning, if you're planning to use the Savannah mass vaccination site, you must stay in your car and use the drive-through. Site reps say it's because people walking in cause parking issues for Gulfstream workers. Although they recommend you make an appointment, they will continue to take those who don't make appointments at the site. In breaking news this morning, a Georgia deputy shot. Investigators right now working to learn exactly what happened.
Yeah, Ashley, that Douglas County deputy, we understand right now, recovering at a hospital. Investigators say the bullet struck him in the leg. They say he was responding to an armed robbery call at that motorsports business you see right there when shots rang out. Witnesses at a nearby hotel say they heard several shots during the ordeal. Now, again, that deputy shot in the leg, but WSB television in Atlanta also reporting this morning that the armed robber is also dead of a gunshot wound. We are working right now to figure out exactly who shot that robber. But again, that deputy recovering this morning, a bullet wound to the leg. Also this morning, Ashley, brace yourself for this one. A firefighter being praised for going way above and beyond, getting those bees, that is indeed a swarm of bees, out of that car. So get this, a grocery store customer comes outside from shopping and that swarm of bees had taken over their car. I didn't know it could happen that quickly. That firefighter, of course, just happens to be a beekeeper. When he's not fighting fires, showed up with all the gear he needed to gather up those bees and take them to a new home. Ashley, one word from me, nope. Nope. Not at all. They could have the car. I'm done.
I'm glad he was at the right place at the right time, though.
Indeed he was.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for that report. Georgia Senator Jon Ossoff is on a week-long statewide tour to show support for the American Rescue Plan. He's also encouraging Georgians to get the COVID-19 vaccines. Senator Ossoff spent the day yesterday at the Savannah mass vaccination site with other local leaders, including Savannah Mayor Van Johnson. Ossoff says thanks to the COVID-19 relief bill, states now have the funds to ensure everyone in Georgia can get a shot for free.
Yeah, the vaccine supply is here. The vaccine is available to every Georgian over the age of 16. The risk to our health is a fourth wave of this COVID-19 pandemic. That's why we need to follow CDC public health guidelines. Listen to the medical experts. Don't take it from politicians. Take it from the public health experts.
Ossoff also says the experts say people need to continue with their efforts to fight the virus. This includes wearing a mask and watching distance even as vaccines continue to roll out. Many students, faculty, and staff at Georgia Southern, Statesboro, and Armstrong campuses are vaccinated, and it's all thanks to the university's efforts. Vaccination events organized by the university administered the Moderna vaccine drive-through style. Faculty and students from the Waters College of Health Professions handled the vaccinations themselves.
Well, we felt it's important to provide an opportunity for vaccination for our faculty, staff, and students. We feel that getting vaccinated is important, and it's one of the key steps that we have now to move towards putting an end to this pandemic.
Well, this week, Georgia Southern expects to administer more than 2,000 doses on both the Armstrong and Statesboro campuses. And on day 2 of former officer Derek Chauvin's murder trial, several witnesses took the stand describing what they saw and felt as they watched Chauvin kneeling on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes. ABC's Ike Jachi has the latest.
They're not violating.
This morning, in day 2 of the Derek Chauvin trial, the eyes and ears of bystanders on display.
He cried for his mom. He was in pain.
Darnella, the 18-year-old who filmed those harrowing last minutes of George Floyd's life, taking the stand.
It seemed like he knew. It seemed like he knew it was over for him.
The day featured testimony from several bystanders who were at the scene. First, Donald Williams, the mixed martial artist, telling jurors he felt he just witnessed a murder. Throughout day 2, several minors offering testimony.
At one point, I saw him put more and more weight onto him.
The biggest moment of the day, Minneapolis firefighter Genevieve Hansen, who was off duty at the time of the incident.
I literally watched police officers not take a pulse and not do anything to save a man. And I am a first responder myself.
Her testimony became argumentative after defense attorney Eric Nelson pressed her if she would have been distracted from fighting a fire herself if a crowd showed up, suggesting Chauvin was distracted from bystanders, preventing him from noticing Floyd's rapidly deteriorating condition.
I would be confident in doing my job, and there's nothing anybody could say that would distract me. There was a man being killed. I would have been able to provide medical attention to the best of my abilities, and this human was denied that right.
The judge ended the day halfway through Hansen's testimony. He reprimanded her for her interactions with the defense attorney. She'll be back in court today. Ike Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
And as the trial for Derek Chauvin continues, the Minneapolis community continues to try to work with the Minneapolis Police Union to reform the police department. Just yesterday, the union met with a few groups to talk about changes that could be made in the future.
Bringing these two groups together will be a great thing for the community and for the police department, and hopefully moving forward in what does Minneapolis look like in the next 5, even the next year.
One group involved in this meeting has been working on reforms for the Minneapolis Police Department since 2003.
Final mail for 295, Officer Eric Talley. 295, you are released for end of watch. Well done, good and faithful servant.
And the Boulder community is mourning the lives of 10 people lost during a shooting at a grocery store. Yesterday, family and friends held a public funeral for Officer Eric Talley, who died while trying to save others. Officer Talley was the first responder to arrive at the shooting and the last person the gunman killed. His actions are credited with helping saving many other lives. He was a father of 7, a drone pilot, a lover of Star Wars, Mountain Dew, and some pretty tough board games too.
We'll never forget the sacrifices that he made and the sacrifices that your family has made.
His heart was so big, he wanted to share it with the world. But he had an unbelievable sense of humor and was always up for a good practical joke. All 7 of you, hold your heads high. I see your dad's compassion and kindness in each of you. Be proud of your father. He is a hero.
Officer Talley is the first Boulder police officer to be killed in the line of duty since 1994. And a Georgia state trooper who arrested a lawmaker last week says he was concerned he was caught in another insurrection. Police arrested Representative Park Cannon. Authorities say this happened after she repeatedly knocked on Governor Brian Kemp's office doors as he was signing that controversial new voting bill into law. Well, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the arresting trooper, Lieutenant G.D. Langford, thought if he didn't take action, other protesters would have joined in. Langford said the events of January 6th insurrection were in the back of his mind. State Representative Cannon is also accused of repeatedly stomping on the trooper's foot as he was arresting her. Lieutenant Langford shared this picture of his foot afterwards. But the representative's attorney says she didn't hurt the trooper and she is clear of any wrongdoing.
No, she didn't try to resist or injure an officer. She didn't commit any felonious assault or any felonies for that matter. And we have witnesses in video who were there in real time witnessing all of this. So I just think that this is going to have to be squared away with the prosecution, showing them some of the evidence that we have. And if they don't dismiss it, then it will go to jury trial. But we are resolute in the belief that our client did absolutely nothing wrong, and she did not injure a law enforcement officer, and that we believe the facts will bear that out. So we believe that the police report is inconsistent with the facts as we know them.
And the AJC reports Cannon had been told twice to stop knocking on the door, but she refused, so she was arrested and escorted out of the Capitol. She faces 2 felony charges, which her attorney, as you just heard, plans to fight.